If you are considering buying a home in Raleigh and contemplating whether you should go new construction or resale, then this video is for you. But one thing you're really going to want to hear about is how I feel about some of these locations of these new construction developments. Now, if you're new to me in this YouTube channel, my name is Roney Polynice, and we talk about everything you need to know about Raleigh, North Carolina. So make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out. But also, I am a licensed realtor here, so if you do have any questions or need help with your relocation needs, just reach out. Of course, a new home is going to be better. I mean, let's just lay it out on the table. You're the first one to occupy it, so there's probably going to be nothing wrong. In fact, it's going to be customized to your liking, hopefully. And the customization is a real advantage to it, but one thing I will share to this is enable for you to really customize, because a lot of these builders here, at least you get what you get. That's just kind of what it is. Unless if you can catch the builder in the beginning phases and be able to make customizations then sure, you may be able to kind of get some things in and out of the door. But if you want things to be torn apart, you want certain walls to be broken down, you want the entire layout to be differently, honestly, my suggestion would be just to buy the land and find a custom builder in the area, because for the most part, you're going to get what you get. And to kind of go back to what I said with you being the first one to live in it, there's probably going to be, I hope there isn't no repairs needed. But on top of that, you're going to have 9 times out of 10, depending on the builder, they're going to offer you some sort of warranty to help protect you from anything that happens. I actually just had a client not too long ago close on a home, and they had a 10-year warranty on the structural of the home in itself. So if anything were to go wrong structurally with that home, they are good, as long as, of course, they abide to the rules and speculations and the terms and conditions, all that sorts, within that 10-year span, then they have that covered. So that is huge, because sometimes the foundation, the roof, crawl spaces, those things don't come cheap at all. So to have that extra coverage of knowing that this is already going to be covered if something were to happen is definitely a relief for a lot of home buyers. But those are not the only 2 advantages to purchasing a new construction over a resale. There are disadvantages as well. And something that I'll speak on to share with you guys is I had a client where we were focused on new construction, and the timeline was really strict. And that's the big disadvantage right off the bat with new construction, is if you have a really strict timeline, you may want to reconsider looking at resale possibly, simply because new construction, you have to give it at least 6 months to a year, maybe even 18 months for the completion of it entirely. So if you're looking to move anywhere within the next 30 to 90 days, well, you better hope that new construction, that home is already completed, or you just may have to go look at resale. And that's exactly what happened to us. So we were kind of looking with a tight timeline of new construction, specifically looking at things that have already been done or up and coming, or which would be near closing. But man, was that a difficult task, because there's builders out there that are not in a rush. They're just developing their properties as they please. And some of the things that we just cannot control is the speed of production. So I say all this to say is, yes, new construction is great for those 2 reasons I've already mentioned, and many more to come. However, if you have a strict timeline, you may want to really reconsider and also really know what it is that you're looking for, because some of these builders may not just be for you. And if you need any help or guidance on figuring out which builder is going to be for you, that number that you do see popping up right there, make sure to give me a call, shoot me text, email, day or night, heck, maybe even on the weekends, and share a few things about what it is that you want, your needs, and anything that may help with understanding exactly how to pair you with maybe even the best new construction person in this, the builder in this area, or it's maybe specifically which area in general that may be fulfilling to you and your family or whoever is tagging along. Now moving on to discuss another reason why some individuals may feel it's a good idea to look at new construction in Raleigh, North Carolina. And that is, if you need a community-based area with amenities, you're 100% going to want to look at least at new construction. Just at least have the idea be there, because a lot of these new developments they either have it or they're going to build it, and a lot of them are still in like phase 1 or 2, right? It's not even close to being done. So you'll have those amenities in those areas. So something to really consider. Amenities being pool houses, clubhouse, parks, dog parks, regular parks, things that you could really think of for the kiddos. So if you want those sort of things, you're definitely going to want to look new construction. Not to say it doesn't already exist with resale. It does. It's just not as frequently. It's not as common that you will see. And then how could we get the one that I think has been a game changer? And this is probably not something that's going to be here forever. In fact, it's only here because we are in currently a high interest real estate market. So therefore, there's a lot of incentives that builders have been offering. So if you find yourself where, hey, you want some assistance with closing costs, or maybe you're buying down your rate, new construction right now is possibly the way to go. And I say possibly because depending on the timeline that you're listening to this or watching this, it may change. But right now, as I'm recording this in March of 2024, it is definitely still a thing. May change, but we'll see. But if you like the thoughts of incentives and someone being able to assist you and help you with purchasing a home, just reach out to me. Let me know what is it that you're looking for within that home specifically, and we can find those incentives to allow you to see what they are even offering at that current moment. But also, if there are areas that you're looking at or considering and you want me to tour those areas, let me know in the comments below and I'll make sure to get those done for you. But let's go ahead and talk about my biggest reason why new construction may not be the greatest idea in Raleigh, North Carolina. As you may know, Raleigh, North Carolina is a growing city with a lot of development going on. And quite frankly, a lot of this development that's happening, it's further out from the city. So if you're an individual who wants to be relatively close to the city, meaning maybe a 15-minute drive in, or don't even have to drive, in fact, you can actually just walk around the town or the city, new construction may not be the one for you. I mean, you're going to find new construction happening relatively close, but for the most part, it's going to be happening at least right now in your Holly Springs, Fuquay, Varina, Wendell, Zebulon, Clayton. Those are the areas where a lot of new construction is happening, and those areas sit easily about 30 minutes from the Raleigh area. So, as I mentioned, this is one of the biggest downfalls, I think, for any individual who wants to be really, really close to the city. You just may have to compromise some of your needs to get that new construction home that you may be looking for, which again is going to put you further away. But there are pros that I just mentioned, or advantages that I did mention earlier in this video, that you may consider and be like, you know what, the drive doesn't even matter. Because maybe you do just stay at home, or maybe you're just trying to be energy efficient. Which, speaking of energy efficient, if you are looking for homes specifically like that are structurally to help you save on your utility bills or whatever the case may be, there are only a few builders in the area that really specialize in those. So if you want those kind of needs, you're definitely going to want to pay attention to those that are offering, or at least that have that specialty. As you may be able to tell, new construction is going to offer you a lot of different amenities and advantages. Of course, there's some disadvantages to it in itself. And if the disadvantages outweigh, then of course, just go to resale. There's always an opportunity there as well. It may not be as new construction, but you may find exactly what you are looking for there. But let me know in the comments below, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer new construction or resale? Because just as much as I enjoy making these videos for you guys, my name is Roney Polynice, and I am a licensed realtor here in North Carolina, and would love nothing more but the opportunity to be able to assist you with your relocation needs. So you see that number that is popping up right there? Make sure to give me a call, shoot me a text, email, day or night, heck, maybe even on the weekends. Always remember one thing: I got your back in this market.